So I have some unfortunate news for everyone here on the We Hate Anime podcast. You see, Moth said the N-word. Yes. It's unfortunate. Last episode I tried. He became unchained and he didn't want to put it back on. I tried to keep him reeled in, but it was. The backlash has been substantial. He's lost his job. His dog left him. I don't even know how that works. But the show must go on. And to do that, to make sure that we can, continue this show, we have hired a nice, black, non-binary person. We have to make sure that we keep this podcast more diverse now that the white devil's gone. So I just want to introduce everybody to Student Det. Or
Hello.
Det, whoever he wants to be called.
Det, I usually go by Det. Hello.
Welcome.
Hi. It's great to be on. A bit unfortunate circumstance, but hey, we here at Diversity Inc. We're all about mandatory inclusions. Anyways, how you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic.
This is very late.
It's great. Now that there is significantly less white people in this podcast,
about 33%.
It's the world different. Yeah. Well, I mean, I am only I'm marginally white.
Oh, right. I forgot you're native or something.
Yeah. Native American boy.
Mm.
I'm
So
a
it'd be more
pretty
of a
pretty man.
Well, it would 50% less white. Maybe I don't know. How does that quantify?
I've not done the actual test to see. So
I believe if I am correct, I believe we're actually technically we're more like we're not like a whole 50% down. We're more like 3/5 down. If you're gonna include if you're gonna fully include me, but I'm also half white, so
that's rough. You know what? After the podcast, Frog, I think we're gonna have to talk about something.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we can do with 50%.
But anyways, hey, yeah, we're talking about anime.
Welcome, one and all, to the We Hate Anime podcast, the only podcast that hates white people.
That's not true. That's not true.
My name
it's
is
absolutely
Ingrid
true.
Schmeich. I'm your host. I'm the P-San of the podcast. Joining me, as always, is Frog Coon, our little trap idol.
Whoa.
Say hello, Frog. You cute little twink.
Jesus, this is a surprising way to get. Hi guys.
And subbing in for Moth this week, we have a Det.
Hi.
I just introduced them.
I've been introduced already.
You did it already, Mike. You don't have to do it twice.
God, I hate
dumbass.
this podcast already. I'm out.
God,
I'm
oh my!
done.
You know what? I'm leaving the podcast. I didn't even know this was possible.
I hate this shit. Oh, okay. It's going good. Anyways, I literally walked with my fucking mic.
Tell us about yourself, Det. What brings you to the world of anime?
I bring nothing but bad news and grief. Because I somehow convinced every single person I know to watch a piece of shit anime that we will now hate on for about 40 to 50 minutes. Honestly, it could go longer. I can go all night. I
took notes down to specific episodes. I only watched a quarter of the show, but
I didn't take notes per episode. I just took general notes. And I compiled it into a document, a very professional-looking document.
To really go into it for our audience here, because they're a little in the dark, this is going to be a special, maybe shorter episode. It's more or less going to be a review episode, where we just have a casual discussion, and we review...
Casual.
An anime that's made me equal parts annoyed, bored, and horny.
Yeah,
that's about right, yeah, honestly.
We're going to be talking about Do You Love Your Mother and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks.
As I love when we call it Two Shit Mama.
Two Shit Mama. Yeah, Two Shit Mama.
Zooey Mama. Man,
Do you love your mom and her aerial rave? That's a.
God, I hate you for don't reference Brave Master in this podcast.
Do you love your mom? Canceled. Do you love your mom when she singers?
What? That's over my head. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought. Yeah, that was a what do you call it? A Dante's Must Devil.
Thank God Moth isn't here. He'd crucify you for all these references you're making.
You're not right. You can't make references. Well, too bad. Make
can't do it, man.
References.
So, Frog, you haven't watched the whole show, right?
I didn't have the heart.
I had the boner, so I made it through, thankfully.
The boner became not one of interest, but one of shame about 1.5 episodes in. So,
Det is a fucking champion. Det has watched this show three times.
Okay, so more like 2.5. First time I watched it all the way through. I didn't finish it because me and my fiance. Anyways, I didn't pay attention to most of it during the first run. Then I watched the second time without her. Then a third time where I went to the end of every arc and just compiled my thoughts about each arc. And then I went to find the fucking visual novel, the light novel, and I skimmed through it. Volume 1, 2, and 3. Because they explain some things in it. Holy fucking shit, where do I fucking start?
I'm very excited.
Okay, because, maybe, even though we've talked about it before, maybe our audience isn't familiar with Two Shit Mama, I should say. How would you just summarize Two Shit Mama?
How would I summarize it?
I could fucking tell you, like, I'm really good at summarizing things.
Knockoff, generic isekai protagonist number 3635 gets trapped in a simulation game, a simulation fantasy isekai game with his mom.
And he's trapped in the game until his mom and him get closer, which is... Except they get closer towards
all the time.
Like in the middle of this, by episode 7, they're already super close, and then by episode 11, they're literally super fucking close.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that actually.
And by episode 2, they're super fucking close.
Oh god! Oh god! Yeah. There's this. Okay, I have a pseudo a prelude paragraph that I can talk about with this anime. And I really want to get that point across because it's fucking amazing. So this anime is so fucking weird because the Seiyu cast, is actually pretty notable. Because the Masato, which is the main protagonist, who is our generic isekai protagonist number 55,000, his mom is voiced by one Kayano Ai, who has voiced so many fucking people that are super notable, that it makes me really wonder why. This lady has voiced Hanma from Anohana, Masahiro Shina from Sakuraso, and Darkness from Konosuba.
What?
She's also voiced Inori from Guilty Crown, Maomin from Durarara, and she's even in Code Geass. So I mean, it's so confusing.
I mean, granted, I think the voice actor for her actually isn't bad.
No, it's great.
It gives me that motherly vibe. But why is there talent in this show?
Why is there talent? That's a good question. Why is there talent?
Because there's not any talent anywhere else in the production,
except for maybe another character that I'll talk about, because I think she deserves some notability. Because I actually kind of liked her delivery on some lines and some of her quirkiness, I guess.
I wonder if I think I might be able to guess who that is. I'm not sure though.
Is it the girl who fucking is moody and
No,
is it
not Medi.
Girl?
I like Porta. Or Porta Potty, as my fiance called her.
Your fiance's mean.
She's great. I love her.
Actually, I forgot about this. Enzo, so my friend Enzo and I, he's Portuguese, was watching this with me when I was going through this. Or not like, he wasn't strictly watching with me, but he kind of skimmed a little bit with me as I was going through it. And he noticed that the girl's name was Porta. And, just speaking in his language.
It means door. It means door in Portuguese.
It means door, yes. And he said that, like, there's something about not honorifics, but like just the kind of way that you say things in Portuguese. Like if you want to say big door, you'd put like a suffix at the end. They're called like aun, like portão.
Portão, portão.
Which also means. Do you know what it means? Dad, you speak Portuguese?
Dude, I barely speak Portuguese at this point. It's been so fucking long since.
Apparently, it means gate. So
yeah. Listen here, we ain't here about
Gate! Gate! No! We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this later.
I was hoping that would be the way you reacted to that.
Why do we gotta talk about gate even when we ain't talking about gate?
Anyways, we'll talk about another isekai.
I'm sorry, he really wanted me to bring that up in front of you.
We'll talk about this. Talk about this isekai.
But yeah, it's really, I think like the whole cast isn't that bad. Like I don't actually like. Oh,
the only character I don't like is Medi, which is the girl who turns into that fucking dragon in episode 8.
She's like one of my favorite.
You mean the
characters.
blue hair girl?
Yeah, she's the one with the abusive, with the mom that's like overwhelming, like the tiger mom.
I didn't. I want her mom to step on me.
I
didn't watch past episode 4, so I didn't meet the blue hair girl. So
that's fair. So let's do a quick synopsis of this. Do you want me to take the lead on this since I dragged you all into this hell?
This is we brought you on specifically to talk about this fucking travesty. So you go ahead.
Please take the reins. Take your 15 minutes of maybe not fame.
I'll read my first paragraph and that's pretty much it. I'll read the first paragraph and I'll take snippets from it while I talk about it. Do you love your mom and her multi-target attacks, is terrible. Story in a nutshell. Basically takes place in your average Japan. The first episode is literally in their house. Main character is Masato. He's so milquetoast. I think I used a profanity to describe how milquetoast he is that I'm not sure I can say on this podcast.
No, it's
Masato is the most milquetoast bitch boy F word that I've ever had the displeasure of watching stumble through this shit show.
You're non-binary. I guess you can say our word. I'll give.
I'm not gonna say just because I know people don't like it.
I'm bisexual, okay. So like I'm half that word. So you go ahead.
I'll get to what we say it. Masato is the most milquetoast bitch boy faggot I've ever had the displeasure of watching.
God, I hate him. I hate him so much because he's clearly a giant mama's boy that has reached that stage where he hates his mom.
I don't know why he's so unlikable or why he's written to be so unlikable. Like there's nothing redeeming about him until like he's like, "Oh, I love you, mom." Actually,
It's hilarious because like he reminds me of that meme of like white kid parents versus black kid parents or ethnic parents in general. It's like episode 1, he's literally saying, "Bitch, mom, get the fuck out my face," when he's doing this survey, and then he does the survey, and then Mamako, she's a single mom, presumably single mom. They never talk about that ever. I don't remember after my fucking 3-4 times going through this fucking series. Mamako is like this, like effectively like a mom with like the soul of a child. When you think about it, isn't that bad? But like, she's like heavy acid.
Well, the way Frog describes her is that she's a teenager who acts kind of like a mom.
Yeah,
that's actually super accurate. Yeah, no, totally.
She's not an adult.
She's not an adult.
She's. Oh,
I
man.
think I've heard some people say that it's revealed somewhere in the light novel that she's just like. If you know, go ahead. I don't. Yeah,
it's so apparently this is a hard spoiler, but who the fuck cares?
No one cares.
At some
if you're
point
watching this podcast or we won't
At
care.
some point in the light novel, they describe that she is not his biological mother. I think it's either she is like an aunt, because both his parents died and he never really found out. Somehow, I don't know, but he was super young, I guess. And then that trauma gets revealed later and all that shit. And she sort of grew up being like the surrogate mother to him or some crap like that. Who cares? We're trying to give this thing some dramatic feel to it. Who gives a fuck, man?
Oh man, that actually reminds me. In episode 4, the last one I watched, like she goes on a whole spiel about how like I will never forget the moment that he came out of my womb.
Oh god, yeah,
and that's complete bullshit.
Yeah,
she just never did.
Ain't that some bullshit?
She just literally
and
never had
there's so much
happen.
like, especially in the later bits, where it's like a real mom and son have a bond that can't be replaced. So like it's like there's okay, the last arc of the anime. Like, I don't know if it was because my brain was boiled, but like there's bits in that I don't actually hate, and I think is actually pretty funny.
So I'll talk about that actually in a little bit because when I talk about characters and stuff.
But go on, bitch boy milk toast.
Milk toast, bitch boy faggot. I'll explain the story. Basically, he gets a survey from his high school, being like, he takes it home and he's like, "Hey, how are you and your mom?" And it's like, okay, I guess. And he's answering these questions really like lazily, like, yeah, I guess we're fine. I guess we're whatever. He fucking cusses his mom at some point, but whatever. And then there's a question where it's like, effectively, it says, "Yo, you want to get isekai with your mom to grow close with her?" And then he's like, I guess. I don't know what that means. And then the government comes for him, and they're like, "We're gonna isekai you and your fucking mom."
This is not a test.
This is not a test. This is not a test of the emergency broadcast systems. And the game they're transported to has a super long acronym that I love to death, and I'm gonna thank the wonderful folks at the anime r/anime Reddit for helping me out finding this because I totally missed it. The full acronym for the game is MMMMMORPG, which stands for Mom's Massively Maternal Multiplayer Making Up with Offspring Role-Playing Game. That is the actual fucking title.
I just cringed so hard.
The manga is described in the Indian press, which is I got this information from TV tropes because I at some point I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking do more research than I need to. I'm gonna fucking go TV tropes for this. Apparently, Yen Press labeled this anime, the manga at least, as a momedy.
Oh no!
Which fits because this anime is littered with mom puns.
I hate it so much. Her name is Mamako.
Mamako. Her name is Mamako or Mama-san, and she calls her son Makun instead of son.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever calls him like my son. She just calls him like Makun. Which should be a Kian.
There's so many mom puns that at some point at multiple points while watching this, my eyes glazed over. Like and like sometimes they glazed over because I was horny. Sometimes they glazed over because I was bored, and I can't tell which is which. I had a bored boner a lot of the time while watching this. That's a weird thing to admit.
Yeah, no.
Bored boner.
A borner, if you will.
And speaking of the government, can we just talk about how like Shirase is the most obnoxious thing?
I love Shirase.
Are you serious? I hate
She's
her.
great. No, I love this dumb bitch. She's great. Because you know what happened? You know what this is? You know what this is the result of? I bet you this is the result of like how popular Zombieland Saga was with Kotaro-san. Yamanatai! All that shit. Yamanatai! And it's just like this anime's attempt to like kind of encapsulate the weird eccentric host, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I think it actually is? Japan is obsessed with wordplay. I fucking hate it so much.
Oh,
I hate it so much.
What do you mean? You think you don't like Gintama then?
Don't. I think Gintama's fine.
Here's the thing, I don't mind wordplay, but if you like point out the fact that your name is wordplay every other second, it's not funny wordplay. It's just obnoxious.
Mamako.
Like, no, it's just like, I'm Shirase. That is my name because Shirase means information. I'm here to information you.
Well, that's what she does.
That's every one of her lines.
She literally types in, like episode 1, she literally types in, types in a URL and presses the isekai button to send Masato. Like, she literally types, hacker mode, I'm in, and then presses the button, and then he fucking shoves it in his face, like, oh, fuck, I'm being isekai.
Yeah, it's clearly not taking itself super seriously, and until it does. It's
weird. So, like, this is like what I would call like an attempt at a parody. Because the main thing that, if you think about that, is that they hired the voice actor for Darkness. So it's just like, okay, you don't. It's a very specific kind of person you hire for the role. I guess it is like I guess you could call it like an attempt at a parody of isekai.
Here's the thing with parodies, right? Like,
gotta be good.
You can call yourself a parody all you want, but like, if you just acknowledge the fact that you're a parody and still like play into the exact same tropes, you're not any better than like any other normal ass shit. You're just saying like, oh look, we're trashy, isn't that quirky? Like, no.
Through my notes, so I'm reading through the Masumi. Her name is Masumi Shidase. And I'm reading through it. There's a lot of M names in this anime, by the way. Let me just read up the M names. There's Mamako, Masato, Medi, Masumi, and there's another one I don't fucking care. At some point when I'm writing this, she's like with all the fucking shit. I write down, dear fucking God, execute me with a hot iron rod. I don't want to do this, but I've already wasted so much time. I need to show something for my suffering. So that's it.
Yeah, I'm looking through some of my notes right now.
It is the
like
most
I wrote down a lot of dumb shit.
It also, but let's go to the actual milk bread and butter right now.
Yes,
Mamako totally wants to fuck her son.
Oh yes,
it's
1,000%. She wants to fuck her. She wants his dick all up in her motherly vahey, all up in there. Repaint her Sistine Chapel with his goo cannon. Just paint that bitch white.
She wants that baby batter in her baby oven, baby.
Baby bud,
baby.
What has left must return.
Oh no. What's that tweet by like? Was it
We Are Mother and Child?
There was a Steven Crowder tweet about that, wasn't there?
Oh fuck! I don't. Oh god, no! Please.
You know what I'm talking about?
But enough shit that makes me contemplate Kurt Cobain myself in the bathroom. Let's talk about the positives for like one fucking minute.
Okay.
I
think all the character designs are great.
So I'm going to talk about that. The character designs are really good, and I'll make myself wonder, why are these character designs so fucking good? I did research.
Oh.
So the illustrator for the light novel is by a woman by the name of Pochi Ida. Notably, she's a doujinshi artist. Like, primarily, she did only doujinshis, and then she was hired to do the art for this, which is why the eyes are so uniquely shaped, and why a lot of the features are super soft.
This explains why this show made me so horny, because I probably read her doujins.
They're fairly good, actually. I do enjoy them way more than I enjoyed this. That's just a soft fact. But anyways, yeah, like, and it's just like, I don't know.
The character designs are just they're not overly cluttered. Like, even when they have different colored hair, it's not like distracting like I find a lot of modern anime is. And the designs themselves, they're just very like interesting. Like, later on in the last arc of the anime, there was the probably my favorite character in the actual anime, which was the girl with the tiger hair who was just so fucking dumb.
Oh yeah, I love her. She got fucking cucked from her wish. It was hilarious.
She's great. Like, so Frog, in the last arc, which I think is, if you watched everything else, might as well watch it. It's not It's not bad. There's a character who she's the main bad guy of that arc, but whatever. And her whole thing is that she'll appear and you'll ask her, "Why are you here?" And she'll be like, "I'm here because of this, 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 or this, but I'd never tell you that." And then she gets embarrassed and hides. And she's also very fucking clumsy. She introduces herself by slipping downstairs and like fucking busting her ass, and that was the joke. That was like the first joke in the entire show that made me actually laugh.
Speaking of villains, every main antagonist in this game, in this anime, is like moms or of some degree. Except for the last one, she's not a mom.
She's an anti-mom.
Anti-mom. Frog, you watched episode 4, right?
I watched episode 4, indeed.
Did you finish it?
Yes, I unfortunately did.
Do you remember the final boss of that arc?
She was just a gyaro, but yeah.
It is one of the characters, Gyaru Mom, and she is sitting on a throne of men.
Yep, she's sitting on a throne of men, and she obsesses over their abs.
That made I can quote my fiance. When it was revealed, she stood up off the couch and said, "Shut the fuck up." That's not real. Shut up. I hate this.
It was. I love. Okay, so I like me. You know, a good gentle mommy GF. I also like me a dommy mommy GF. And like, this show had this show was candy for me. Like, at the end of every single arc, or during an arc, I knew I would get some fucking little treat, and that like kept me going. And like,
is episode 6? Isn't episode 6 the most egregious thing in the entire fucking world? Episode 6. Episode 6 is when they go to like the bathhouse. I think. It's when they go to the hot spring.
That was episode 3 because I saw that.
That's episode 3. What episode was episode?
God, I watched it all, like almost all of it at the same time, so I'm trying to remember what happened in that. No,
episode 6 is where
3.
Episode 6 is where Masumi gropes the fuck out of Mamako.
Oh yeah.
And then she asks, and then she looks at the isekai protagonist and is like this. And he's like, "No, of course not." And it's like he totally into it, and it's kind of creepy, but it's like,
man, that's fucking so.
Oh God! I need to talk about this thing. So this is the thing they took in the light novel. They talk about the light novel. It's a harem anime. It's a harem anime for like to the nth degree.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Throughout the light novel, they describe how like the girls start liking him, like not liking him, like stop getting attracted to him sexually, more like romantically, or more like familially. And it's explained that the game is set up so that everyone who's in a group will suddenly want to become a family, like, and they'll all be like equal, familially, and it's so creepy.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not joking. It's the game set up to make families. It's set up to make fucking families.
There's a morphogenic field that makes you want to be someone's mommy, GF. That's so fucking weird, man.
I wrote down
shit.
No.
It's like which. I responded with, which, how? But whatever reality was thrown out the door, the incident became an isekai, I guess. Which also makes me wonder, why does it fucking matter if they become a family? His mom wants his delicious boy juice!
She did.
Also, it's a slight, for the Japanophiles out there, Nippon-philes, or people who are just know Japanese and kanji, his name, Masato's name, the to, literally means person. He's Masa means true. To means person. His name literally means true person. He's a true person.
Okay.
Kaji. Milk toast. Little bitch boy faggot.
That actually reminds me, fucking for episode 1 when he gets put into the game, his class is set to normal hero.
Normal hero. He's a normal hero. He's a normal.
Oh yeah, you know your classic RPG classes. You got your rogue, your wizard, your cleric, and you got your normal hero.
And
that's what's going to carry you through those late game dungeons.
Yeah. Oh, God, man.
It's such a weird fucking show, and I'm not gonna keep harping on the fact that it made me so horny, but like
it's like the 5th time you've mentioned it, so I hope not.
I can't help it, man. Like I was watching the show, and like I would get a boner, and then like the next scene would be like something like there was a scene, and it's probably gonna be the podcast image for YouTube. In the last or second to last episode, there's a scene where the main characters get separated from each other, and the main character, who we follow during the scene, he ends up in this like long hallway, and there's just a series of his mom that's like a trick that's trying to trick him into like walking into a trap.
God, yeah, that scene.
And,
no, that isn't the last episode. It's episode 12. It is like the last.
Yeah.
It's like this, like the one like the up to the like the episode 12 opens up with that scene. He's in the prison, in the labyrinth.
Yeah. So that entire scene, there's this hallway filled with copies of his mom that are all each standing in a doorway, trying to get him to come through the doorway and get trapped. And he's just like, nah, you guys are dumb. He just keeps walking, and he's about to get to the stairway, and he turns around, and there's this army of his hot mom being all like, Makun, where are you going? We want to eat you. And it's like, okay, stop it. I don't want to be horny. Stop. I'm mad. I was mad horny.
You're gonna get arrested for that horny.
The angry tug is back.
Angry tug is back.
Dude, it was so bad. And like, it's not even like the fan service, because there's a fair amount of it in it. It's just it appeals to, like, I know how otakus in Japan feel that they consume this media that panders to them, because this show pandered to my very specific fetish, and I want to buy that figure that is like her getting eaten by her clothes getting eaten by the slime. I want to buy that figure now,
figure?
and I feel dirty.
Oh my god!
Oh, I was talking to my fiance about it, where it's like this anime is gonna sell like hotcakes when the Blu-ray comes out, because there are so many god rays. There are so many god rays.
Are there?
They just
I don't think I noticed.
Dude, his mom generates god
yeah,
rays.
no, I know exactly what you mean now, because I didn't really understand what you said. But yeah, the episode 2, when the infamous slime one that everyone keeps mentioning up, I didn't think it would be as egregious as it was. Oh my god!
Yeah,
that was.
Dude. And like there's so many random ass, well, we gotta lewd the mom right now moments. Like
they have no place. Yeah, they're just like, it's like
we're
due for our quota, guys.
The second arc that takes place in a fucking school, because we have to put her in a schoolgirl uniform,
and you gotta have, and you also gotta have her in the schoolgirl bathing suits, the one piece.
Yeah. Yeah, and with that, during that scene, like it's supposed to be some kind of like hero school or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I was bored right watching it, so I was like, I just had an angry boner and didn't know what to do with it. So I wasn't paying attention. But basically, there's an event where they have to go to the pool and fight monsters in the pool, and that's dumb. But there's just a monster that's like the boss monster. It appears, and it's a big anemone. And it's like, oh, of course the big anemone has a mommy fetish and decides to wrap his tentacles around Mamako.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, duh.
Its eyes straight up, its eyes turn into like the kanji for mom. It's so fucking weird.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh my no.
And so like fun. there are not horny things to like about it. Like at the end of every single arc, there's like a pretty touching like come to Jesus moment where Mamako explains how to be a mom to moms.
God, yeah, you could call it a come to Jesus moment. Yeah, pretty much. She has an ability that I would call mommy spirit bomb, where she harnesses all the energy, all the mommy energies, and overwhelms you with mommy. She
straight up, she straight up
vibe checks. She vibe checks you. She just says no, and you get vibe checked.
Yes, there's a moment where she unlocks the ultimate attack in the last episode, which is the say no. And
You
she
say
even
no.
goes,
Mom says no.
Say no, and then a fucking Frieza laser beam fires out of her finger.
It's so fucking obscene. It's
Can
so
we please
fucking...
get a Red Eye circulation out of that?
Oh man. Oh
It's
god.
so fucking like
I hate it.
It's so absurd that it's amazing. Like there are so many things in this that I don't hate, and the fact that I don't hate it makes me angry.
Oh god. All right. Are we gonna keep talking? Do you wanna put a lid on Momkin?
No, I got so much more to go. Are you kidding me? I have some specifics I want to talk about.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
He has specifics to talk about. He didn't even watch the best parts.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'd like to talk about. There's one moment in particular. Me and Enzo we were talking about when we saw it that confused the hell out of us. Do you know? I think it was episode 3, Hot Spring episode. There's a point where like that Wise, I think her name is. That girl,
Wise.
just like is talking to him through a door or something like that. And the main character Kun opens that door, and it knocks her down. Which, okay, sure. If you open a door... Hang on.
Yeah.
If you open a door sideways and hit someone in the back, sure, they might fall on their ass. Or on their stomach, that is. Then...
Oh, this scene. Yeah, yep, this
MC
scene.
Kun falls on her back.
Dick forward.
Dick forward. I'd like to paint a picture for everyone now. Imagine, if you will, a hallway. It's like, so, if a hallway is going left to right, the girl is walking to the left. You enter that hallway from straight forward from a room. Therefore, the door opens, swinging open left, hitting the girl in the back, sending her sprawling onto the floor. From this position, you having opened the door in front of you to the left, and the girl on the floor behind the door to the left, how do you expect to fall from where you're standing onto the girl?
The answer is in her ass.
God.
Because it's not even like he doesn't come over the door and then trip on something. It's instant. He instantly falls. This is a nitpick,
Yeah.
but like
No, dude, it's the constant evolution. It's the
His
constant
dick was
evolution.
magnetized.
His dick was trying to tell him, bro, we can't fuck our mom again. You gotta get me some fresh pussy.
And it's not even the good pussy. Like, Porta has better pussy. Let's be honest here.
Porta's like 12.
Whoa.
Hey, she's an NPC.
Let's
Is
call
she?
the
I thought she was a
police.
human.
Is she?
No, she's human. She has. I'm sure it's hinted at in the last episode. She has a mom.
Right. Yeah, she knows. She does have a mom. It's weird.
It's just that her class is a merchant.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I actually don't mind her. I think
by
she's
the
cute.
way, she is the most useful character in the entire fucking game.
Yeah.
By the way, okay. So there's a plot point someone mentions where it's like, hey, why do all these boss moms have broken weapons? Oh, someone's just hacking the weapons into them. They never discuss that any further. It's like, no, someone's hacking the game weapons in. Don't ask how. We don't know who it is. Yeah. Fuck you.
It's kind of hinted that it's this big four enemy team that's like only appears in the last like arc of the anime, and I'm sure it's like the big mom thing that happens later.
The Council of Moms.
That's it. No, it's the Council of Anti-Moms.
Yeah.
Like
It's like the anti-spiral, but
like
moms.
the main bad guy of the last arc. She
No
is
moms.
she's so anti-mom that what she wants to do is she wants to beat this raid dungeon by herself so that she can make a wish to wish away all moms. Despite the fact that this wish is taking place inside of a video game and will not actually get rid of all moms, you fucking idiot.
It's so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad.
Like, this reminds me of the fucking like power scaling thing that it's obviously memeing on the whole power scaling thing.
The power scaling is
fact that,
an actual thing that happens in this, and it's hilarious, man.
The fact that fucking like Wise, that girl, couldn't defeat her mom despite having shown that she has an instant kill spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so that
And also
spell,
the ability to revive anyone instantly.
It's hilarious, man.
that insta-kill spell does go off of, like, SMT logic, where it does have a chance to fail. We do see it fail later on.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
do see it fail, yeah. It's based on, like, armor stats or something like that. I don't know.
but like
God.
I think, and also like why are the 3 starting weapons, right? 2 of them that you can pick are multi-target attacking weapons. One of them is a single target attacking weapon that only, like, its power only works on flying enemies. What the fuck?
Wait,
kind
is
of
it actually
scaling is
only?
that? Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's revealed, like, there's a whole thing where, in that arc where they're going in the swimming pool, he's like, hey, is there any flying enemies here so I can be useful? And he's like, what? No, it's a fucking swimming class. Don't be a fucking cunt. And just fucking throws them in the pool. Like, it's so dumb.
Oh, man.
Oh, also
Like-
with a sword is totally a Master Sword reference from Zelda. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
totally.
like in the same kind of shape, and it also has the same kind of projectile that the Master Sword
Oh, yeah, it
throws
does shoot
out.
beams, yeah.
It shoots that very unique like circle.
How come they didn't get the option to pick up magic weapons like the other people did?
It's whatever.
And
My favorite thing though. My favorite thing is the end where it's like, oh, he's gonna roll for the dungeon. You gotta roll the item for the dungeon, right? And then no, it's not the end. I think it's like episode. What is episode 12, right? Episode 12 or episode 8?
yeah. Well, that's the last episode.
Episode. He's gonna roll. He's be like, oh, can I get a cool thing? He gets nothing. Like, oh, whatever. Then
No, that's not the last episode. I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the end of the second arc, where
right. Episode.
There's a gotcha reward for that school that they go to,
Yeah.
and you get the school's classes, like it sure throughout the series, throughout the episodes, that you earn points for scoring well, and at the end you could use those points to roll gacha. And the dumbest thing about the gacha rewards, though, is that the rewards are based on your fucking class. So the hero, when he did his rolls, all he could fucking get were healing potions because he's fucking basically a tank. And fucking the Sage Girl, all she could get were mana potions because she's a fucking mage. And then his mom's like, hey, can I do a roll? And like fucking Shirase's just like, you know what? Fuck it. And it just says,
and he
go
rolls,
ahead.
and then he rolls, and then he gets the apron, the maid apron. But it's not for him; it's for his fucking mom.
He wins equipment for his mom, and he's like, "How the fuck did I get equipment for my mom if I'm doing the role?" And Shirashi's like, "I don't know. Fuck it.
Fuck it. It doesn't make sense, anyways. Fuck it. Who cares?
Put your mom in the sexy robe. Maybe she'll wear it without any other clothes later."
God, it's so fucking. And then she shows up with just the apron at some point, and it's.
That reminds me of that one joke that was in episode, I want to say 2, where mom puts on like a clothes, something that's not for her class or something. And like, I don't understand the joke because at the end of it, it looks like she just has it on her head. It doesn't look like it's stuck at all. It just kind of looks like she's like, ah! I don't know why.
Thinking about the show is breaking me.
God, it breaks all of us at the end of the day.
God, I have a lot of... I wrote in really big capital letters, wait, I forgot about this. Oh, right! Oh, so near the end of the first arc, because it's the only one I watched, obviously, but near the end of the first arc, Shirase, the dumb information lady, was saying how if we catch that lady, your mom, like Wise's mom, she's going to be given a big fine.
God,
for hacking our game. And I'm like, what world do you live in where you can give legal repercussions for hacking a video game? Is that real?
That's real. That's totally real.
Can you give fines for hacking a video game? Maybe I'm just dumb.
I think in Korea they totally have like a hack.
Korea? Maybe
like a hacking ban of some sort that has like legal ramifications.
Fair enough. I mean, if you're hacking like the government, sure, but like it's a video game.
Well, guess what?
Technically speaking, it's a video game made by the government to make sons love their moms. So.
Also, there's literally no way that girl should have lost. She had access to doing anything she wants. She could have just literally said, "I win the game," and then she won the game. But Mom wins.
I have a question, okay? And this just fucking occurred to me. Why the fuck is Japan putting resources in developing a video game to make sons close to their mothers when they have like the world's most declining birth rate in the whole fucking world.
You know why? I actually thought about this for a while. It's okay. So it's like, all right. The real reason why Japanese men they aren't going out seeking women. It isn't because of the horrific work conditions they're forced to work, the unbearable hours, the constant systemic abuse for the mentally ill. No, it's none of that. You know what it actually is? It's not job security that can go away in a heartbeat. It's not the increased cost of living and the stagnation of wages in Japan. No. What it actually is that sons are close to their mothers, so they don't know how to communicate with women. So if you can get close to your mom, you can get close to girls. And that's how we're going to solve a birth crisis. Forget about immigration. Keep Japan pure.
Oh, no.
But that's the thing. If they go that route, they're going to make Japan too pure as it becomes an Oedipus nation.
Keep it in the family, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's not talk about my heritage, okay?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Hey, at some point our ancestors will fuck our ancestors, so it's fine.
I mean, we're all related. So, like, it's technically incest to fuck anybody.
Yeah, we're the same species. It's whatever.
I'm just there's one thing I wanna talk about specifically, and it's in the last arc. So I know Frog didn't see it, because like I said, the last arc is the best. Again, I don't know if I was just like having a heat stroke, even though it's like getting cold as shit now. The last episode, or not the last episode, the last arc, there's like, for example, there's a group of assassins that are in the MMO as well to get close with their mothers, and they go to assassinate Momoko, and they like make her wear a maid outfit, and you think it's gonna go in like weird lewd directions. Like there's even a moment where he's like, okay, now we're gonna go to the bedroom, and he goes to the bedroom and he's laying on the bed, and he's like, you know what to do now, and she tucks him in and starts patting him and says, go to sleep, and he's like, no, that's not what I fucking mean, you know what I mean, and she just keeps going, go to sleep, and he's like, oh, you know what, my mom used to do this for me all the time. He just fucking falls asleep. Meanwhile, he was trying to fucking rape her in front of her son.
It's so...
What the fuck?
It's so terrible, man. It's every like 5 minutes we had to pause because we were laughing. We were laughing, but it's that laughter where it's like, I don't know if I'm laughing because it's genuinely funny or because I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Then there was the mommer.
Might be a bit of both.
Like that. The mommer.
The mommer. Oh, the mommer.
The mommer. So Momoko uses her she uses her spirit ball mother gathering powers to give all the mothers that are traveling with them in the last arc armor for mothers called mommer.
Yeah, the mommer. All of them.
And they use it. Okay, it's actually kind of clever. They use the armor to help themselves withstand the physical abuse from their children, so that they can accept them and like close the gap between them. And it's actually like this kind, because their children were turned into monsters at this point because fuck it.
Yeah, because of MacGuffin. Yeah.
But, like, it's actually kind of touching, because it's like, yes, as a mom, you need to accept your children so that you can help them not be little shits. You shouldn't just be like Momoko's like, they're like, oh man, you gotta stop our kids, they're fucking monsters. And Momoko's like, no, they're your children. And then shoots them with the fucking mommer, and they were like, oh, I gotta take the hit so that I can love my kid. It's so fucking weird, man. It's so fucking weird.
It's so just... Every 5 minutes, I had to pause and say, why are we watching this? And then every 5 minutes she would say, because you hate me. Because you hate this marriage. You hate the fact that we're living a comfortable, happy life, because you crave destruction and pain. Dad. You crave it. You're a monster. You're a bastard. I hate you. Die. And I'm like, you know what? You're right, fiance. Wait a second. You're at bed. Who are you? And she's like, I'm actually a demon. Woo! That's as much sense as this anime made. It's about the same amount of sense. Oh God, I'm so just every bone in my body aches for death.
Is there anything specifically, Frog, that you want to like talk about? Like, because I have
fucking
notes, man.
I have a closing statement that I want.
I think I also have a good closing statement. I'll do mine before yours, because yours, you probably have a more better one than I. I just want to point out that, like,
mine's just memes.
I think it's episode 4 that Mr. MC Kun just says, "I'm so glad you have multi-target attacks."
Yeah, I know he does. He does say episode 4. It's episode 4. It's episode 4. He says that.
He says it just. I'm so glad you have multi-target attacks. It just wraps it all in a nice little bun for me.
When I saw that, I out loud said, "He said the thing."
I said roll credits.
Roll credits. Just roll credits.
Yep. Yeah, take it away, Det, please.
All right. So yeah, to end this, don't watch this. Just don't. Literally watch anything. Fucking watch School Days. Watch that anime about the perverted sister mangaka and her brother. Watch fucking Orimo. Watch fucking SAO Elfheim. Literally watch fucking anything. No, watch anything. I feel like I lost not only time but retroactive years off my fucking life from watching this terrible, terrible anime. In closing, all I have to say is Dodo Hedoro comes out in January, and I'm so ungodly hyped for it.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. That's going to be fucking awesome. If you have the same, like, fetishistic predilections that I do, don't watch this. Just read one of those doujins you won't ever admit you actually read. You'll get a lot more out of that.
Yeah, honestly, it's like if you're in it for the titillage, it only happens like 3 to 4 times an episode.
And if you do watch this, just know that whenever you watch it, an angel cries, and those angelic tears turn into meteorites, and one day a meteorite will hit your head, and you will die. That meteorite
every time you watch the incest isekai, an angel gets butt raped, and it's your fault.
Oh no!
Every time you watch the Angel Isekai, another bullet gets loaded into Death's gun.
Oh Lord, he coming!
The magazine is infinite.
You heard it, boys. If you watch the show, Det will return to the podcast and shoot you through the radio waves.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to. You're ugly. You're stupid. I'm going to kill you. Pay me $200.
Man,
thank you.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. Give me $200. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
It's not even a bad service.
Money.
So that was two shit mama. Fucking don't.
No, there is one thing I will say about the one last thing I will talk about is how everyone wants MC Kun's dick. And all the ways I chose to write about MC's dick, because she wants the main protagonist cock in her digitally rendered pussy, because she wants, motherly Vahey, like all up in there, forward painting her Sistine Chapel with her goo cannon, delicious boy juice. Wants his meat stick in and or around their feminine orifices.
Classic.
Like there's no stakes in this anime. It is a desolate field of roaming fake of low stakes. Which ironically, these desolate fields are also where I grow my fucks. It is still barren.
Oh fuck.
I've actually been like harassing Det like almost of the day. We're pretty close outside the podcast. Actually, no, it's actually not true. We've only first met today. But first thing, I've been harassing him all day about just like how he could have spent a season watching like anything else. He could have been watching like
I wanted to
Demon
watch
Slayer
I wanted to watch so many other things, but I literally had
Stone
I had one
like
slot.
something. I don't know.
I had one slot this summer. And I chose it on this, and
you used that slot 3 times.
Yeah, that's he didn't just use summer slot. He used like the slot of He used more slots than that mother's used to get her son's vagina. Or son's
Could have
vagina?
watched that and
I'm
two other
tired.
things.
See, yeah, we're tired. This is a late.
Could have watched Vinland Saga of all things.
I already read Vinland Saga, so I don't feel like I
watch it.
missed
It's
out
actually
too
really
much.
good. Wit Studio's doing a great little job right there.
Which studio
Vinland
does
Saga's
good
amazing.
work? I would like to talk in very briefly. Frog, do you know the 7 words?
Uh-oh.
This for I'm
Oh no, I'm thinking of the 14 words, so never mind.
Jesus
I thought this was
Christ.
gonna go somewhere a lot worse.
Do you know the
Half as
7
many.
words, Frog? Can you see the 7 words? The 7 words that can make any
I don't
girl.
think I do.
7 words, and you have my heart. Liberate Hong Kong. Revolution of our era.
Oh yeah.
Wait, isn't it Revolution of Our Time?
Over the time of our
fucking-
era. It's same gist, effectively.
Blitzchung, you are fucking king.
King amongst some gods
Straight up,
amongst
yeah.
kings. And at
I'm
the,
Anyone not
surprised,
know.
like the fucking China's version of the SS didn't kill him on stream for that.
yeah, I know, right? It's effectively, yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, and it's been like 3 weeks probably since this comes out now. You should be under a fucking rock if you don't know this. But
to paint the scene, the day of this recording, League of Legends has recently come up with their statement saying, "No politics, please. Please no politics. Tencent literally owns us. Please no politics."
yeah,
Dude,
so,
last night as I was going to bed, Blizzard fucking put out their official announcement,
Yeah.
and it was just like, you know
bold
what?
face
Yeah,
lie. Bold-faced
it was-
lies.
It was awful.
It's
so,
so
like,
many.
Blitzchung, who is a Hearthstone pro player, I think he's a Grandmaster is what they call it.
He's Grandmasters. Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
top of the game from what I've been told from my Hearthstone friends.
On a competitive live stream, he just basically, in solidarity for the liberation of Hong Kong, which
The pro-democracy protests are currently ongoing, and they might still be ongoing by the time of this recording because they've been going on for like 2 months now.
yeah.
it's never gonna there's some we won't go into the Hong Kong thing too much because that's a different rabbit hole.
That's a can of
Yeah.
worms that we'll have to talk about the British occupation. We'll have to talk about the fucking Opium Wars. To fully
they
get
just
the-
recently started finding protesters, female protesters' dead body, and
They found a
it's-
15-year-old protester's dead body floating in the sea.
Yeah.
Beside-
Generally on the podcast, we like to stay very apolitical, but in this case scenario,
this shouldn't be a political issue. This should
it's
be
not.
A very,
It's just
a very
if you
straightforward-
want people to have human rights, then you should support Hong Kong.
The only people making this political are people who either want to get free brownie points, or
Yeah.
or some shit like that. Like guys, listen. I don't care what your political line is. I really don't care. If it is, as long as you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Right? We can all agree with that,
yeah.
right? This chaos, the current ongoings in Hong Kong, have actually unified American politics. I have never seen this happen. Ever.
It's pretty
where
wild.
You have people like AOC and Ted Cruz signing legislation together. Together. Do you realize how absurd that is?
This is it's just
It's the apocalypse. It's the end of days.
There are people that think Hong Kong should be part of China, and there are people who are right. And both of those people in America, they're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe the Chinese police shouldn't be, I don't know, capturing 15-year-old girls, raping them, and dumping their body in the sea. I don't know. Maybe that's not something that should happen.
Using live fire ammunition during protests.
The all authoritarian fucking face detection towers. That fucking shit is so fucking uncomfortable.
The funniest thing, where you know how China. So I don't know if anyone cares about military shit. I do. I like that. I like the military stuff. China recently adopted a new main assault rifle, and my friend joked like, "Well, gotta test it out somewhere."
Oh,
Gotta test it out somewhere. Gotta go somewhere. You can't go to Syria. The Kurds are already fucking that up. Oh boy.
But yeah,
we're not going into that. Not going into that.
Let's we
back it up. Anime is bad.
Yeah. So basically Blitzchung got kicked out of his Hearthstone Grandmastership for a year over this, and it just the entirety of the gaming internet that probably didn't care all that much about the political situation in Hong Kong, to be honest, immediately was like, you know what, we care now. Fuck you, Blizzard, and China can go fuck itself as well. Like it politicized this political censorship politicized radicalized a bunch of fucking gamers. It's wild.
And it also has finally woken up everyone to definitively and unarguably remind themselves that there is no such thing as a woke company. There is no such thing.
No.
If you want background, Blizzard has a lot of LGBTQ people in their roster. People like May. May. We're gonna talk about May in a second. People like Tracer and 76, who are both canonically 76 is questionably bisexual, but it's unknown. Right now he's just gay.
Every single Overwatch character is a nebulous,
except for Tracer, who is actively seen kissing her girlfriend on the lips.
Well, no, I was going to say they are a nebulous identity until they need to get out of hot water, in which case they confirm or deny things.
Yeah, and these characters, so Tracer and 76, who are have comics or things related to their sexuality and their sexual history. In China, those aren't a thing. In China, Tracer and 76 are still straight. A lot of LGBT inclusional stuff is retconned. And if you want to go outside of Blizzard for like 1 millisecond, this also almost affected Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege. Because when the game wanted to break into China, they announced that they're going to do a lot of censoring of the game, like less blood, no depictions of sex or violence. Which specifically would affect the German map, the German bike house map, where it has a stripper pole. It would just remove that entirely, which is weird.
Just remove all the fun from the game.
But then Ubisoft backed down when the pressure from people were just overwhelming, which is good.
Well,
but it also kind of shows the scary power of China in terms of their market share.
To recap, let's just Blizzard and Activision are Chinese bootlickers, and they always have been.
They always have been. Yep.
And it's only people are only I haven't liked Blizzard in since Diablo 2. I bought Overwatch and played a little bit, but I watched Blizzard. I haven't liked Blizzard in a long time, and to see people waking up to there are people that are like, yeah, you know what? Now that it's open, I'm just gonna say it. I don't even like any Blizzard games, so let's boycott Blizzard.
Yeah, I deleted my account. All that shit. It's gone, so I'm like, yeah.
Did you delete it before or after they made it impossible to delete it?
So I got the error, and then I tried it again, and I got it through.
So I don't know if you know about this fraud, but they made it so that. I'll go ahead. So
actually, there is a more logistical reason to this. I'm gonna give them this one benefit of a doubt, because I always believe in assuming the best. Usually depending on certain factors, obviously. This is the one time I'm going to give them the benefit of a doubt. A lot of people probably tried to delete their account at once.
Yeah.
And their servers probably aren't ready to take on that load of people all at once trying to remove their shits. Because I assume that bot isn't normally used.
I guess that's fair, but I don't want to give them an inch when they're already a mile behind.
It's still super suspicious. What is real is if you post, I think if you want, you can post it in the general chat. I don't know where you want to post it. If you post the Blizzard logo hyperimposed on the Chinese flag, you will get banned off of Reddit.
Really?
People have their accounts deleted for posting that image. Because remember,
Jesus.
Reddit is also has a majority stockholder or investor that is Chinese based.
Of course.
Christ. It's so like.
Are you ready for Red Scare Part 2? Are you ready for Red Scare Part 2?
Yeah, that's. There's so much there's so many layers to this conversation.
There's so many layers. We could literally make an entire podcast dedicated to just talking about China, the history of communist China, and all its territories, or its sovereign territories, I guess you want to call it. I don't know. They're their own.
It's super. At the end of the day, though, like
it's all fucked.
All you need to know is that there are people trying to protest for their what they democratically want, and there's there's an authoritarian oppressive government that's trying to fight them violently, and if you support the authoritarian oppression, go fuck yourself.
Or if you turn a blind eye to it, also go fuck yourself. That goes to fucking almost every country on the planet, by the way. That's a lot of countries that you say F fuck you to, including the US, the bastion of democracy.
How much of this do we gotta cut? Yeah.
Wake up, people. Gain class consciousness. Fight the power. Row, fight the power.
I want to go see the Joker movie with me, man.
I'm gonna watch the Joker movie with you, man.
If I go alone, they're gonna kick me out.
So you have you actually looked into that, by the way?
I have not seen the movie. No, I want to watch it though.
There's an addendum actually to like those signs, those AMC signs, right? So there's actually a funny resolution to that story. So those posters. So if anyone hasn't seen it yet, Joker, I haven't seen it yet either. But Joker movie came out, the whole country's behind it. But there was a photo circulating on Reddit where it was a dude taking a photo of a signage on like an AMC ticket stub thing, where it said, "If we are unfortunately due to the nature of the film, we are not selling single tickets to audiences, or like people who have clearly, like one of them was like people who clearly haven't had sex was one of them. It was kind of fun. That wasn't genuinely funny. There's some that were more believable." And apparently,
did you see the FBI like warning document that went out?
No, that was military. That was the U.S. Army. That was
the one that was warning them to keep an eye out for clown cells.
Yeah, that was the U.S. military. Yep.
It's so fucking like.
God, man, we are something special. This country's something.
So
special.
in Light Frog, you would not be able to see the movie no matter what. Not because you're alone, but because you look like a fucking clown.
Honk honk.
That's fair.
But basically, the AMC discovered that knew that these posts were fake, like the posts were fake. So they used their cameras to find the person who's putting it, sent him a strongly worded letter, and have permanently banned him from any AMC movie theater.
Nice.
Wild.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I guess. I don't know, man.
Anyway, do we have anything else to talk about, or are we good?
Let's
I don't know.
Let's talk about the frog people.
Don't have to fucking talk about this.
We gotta talk about this one day, man.
No.
You need to know the truth.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys for showing up to the shorter episode. One last thing.
I want to close this off.
Go for it.
Very, very, very quickly. How do I word this?
You seemed so prepared a second ago. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I mean, you did it yourself.
Every time you appreciate your mom, remember that she might want your dick.
Words well spoken?
thanks everybody for coming and listening to the We Hate Anime podcast. I've been English Mike. I'm going to go kill myself.
Liberate Hong Kong, the revolution of our era.
Did you get anything you want to plug?
I plug my dick into your mouth. Let's go.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I hate my Twitter is at AnyMicro, Moth, as is tradition. Frog as is, so I'm tired. Frog. How do you spell it?
Yeah. ANIMA. Sorry, fuck me. ANIMAIKERU for his Twitter. My Twitter is FR0GK1NG Frog King, same as my Twitch. I'm actually streaming more recently. I started streaming with my friend Pomp, and it's a lot of fun. And you could come see if you want. It's a good time. I play Terraria a lot.
I'd plug my Twitter, but my Twitter is just me shitposting or posting.
You can if you want.
You don't
All
want
my
to.
Twitter is shit posting, so you're fine.
All right, it's if you like me talking about politics for like the 3 nanoseconds that I did.
I don't think that was nanoseconds.
You can follow me at Evil Monkey Ate Me. Yeah, that's my old Twitter. I made that Twitter when I was fucking like 16, 15. So fuck you. It's Evil Monkey Ate Me. Capital EVIL, or just look up Clanbuster on Twitter. It's very obvious when you see it.
Evil Monkey Ate Me. That's the one.
Yeah, Evil Monkey Ate Me.
I follow that on my alt account because I can't follow you on my main account because you post so much horny on it.
There's so much horny. Hey man, with my closing message, I will say support your local sex workers.
If
it's your mom, then
I also wanted to say, because I haven't been plugging too much, plugging the actual podcast. No matter where you're listening to this to, if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe, please comment, please like. Interaction really helps us out. We got some good comments on the last one. We'll probably go over more of that. We also didn't take questions in this episode just because it was a bit of a scheduling all over the place.
Yeah.
As
it wasn't obvious by the lack of a moth.
If you listen to this somewhere where you can rate it, please rate it, either on iTunes or on Google Play. Putting any kind of interaction to this, sharing it with people, and rating it really helps us get out there to people. And if you like it, tell people you like it. Also, you can check the comment. You can check the description. You can join our Discord, which is getting a lot more people thanks to Frog because he has actual friends and I don't.
I'd like to say, Mr. Ace Hardy, if you're listening to the podcast, hit us up on Discord. I'll make it up to you. I'll make it worth your while.
I'll kill everyone who defends my waifus.
A certain hip hopist commented on our podcast last time, so I was curious.
That guy. Okay, so I mean, we'll probably go into it more with Moth, but we had a comment.
We should probably go.
Whatever. Yeah, thanks you guys for showing up. Like I said, just reach out and share it with people you think will like it. This has been the We Hate Anime podcast, and I'm going to go and kill myself. Bye bye.
Me too. Let's go.
Probably I'm gonna be all alone then.